Okay, so the next feature we're going to talk about is the share feature over here. And this is a feature that is perhaps one of the most useful in Google Docs. So whether you're finished your document or whether you're still working on it, you can share the document with another person. In this particular case, just as an example, I'm going to share that with myself. I have a school account through Google, and I also have my own private account. So I'm going to share that now. So you click on the share button. You enter the person that you are interested in sending this document to. So there is, you can send a note to them as well for your review. And over on this side, this is important. If you want to just share the document where somebody else can edit it, or they can comment, or they can just view. So in this particular case, I'm going to leave it where they can edit, and I'm going to go ahead and send that along. Am I sure I want to share this with myself? Absolutely, yes. Okay, so once that's been shared, what we're going to do is I'm going to go over to that other account and go to my Gmail. And I should have received a message. Here it is here. Let There Be Peace on Earth has been shared with me, and I can open up. It's an invitation for me to edit. And so I'm going to open that up in Google Docs. And it's going to look very similar to how it did before. And I can go ahead and make any sort of edits that I want right on here. And if I go back now to my other Google account, those changes will be shown on here as well. Another feature is up in this corner here. Anyone who's presently working on the document, in this particular case, that would be my other self, working on this document as well as me. We seem to be agreeing on how to go with this. It could be 3, 4, 5, multiple people working on the same document at the same time. So finally, one last feature I'm going to show has to do with certain modes while you're working with a document. And in this particular case, I'm working on editing mode. So that essentially means I can make any changes that I need to. I can delete, add words, check for spelling, any of the standard sort of things that we would do with a document. But one of the more useful ones is something called suggesting. So if I go to suggesting mode, what that does is it will give me the opportunity to give some feedback to someone, perhaps if it's not my own document and I want to give some feedback or give some ideas about what could possibly be changed. For example, when I'm in suggesting mode, and I want to add in some information here. All right, if I want to add in, let there be a whole lot of peace on earth, that becomes, as you can see over here, a suggestion by the person who's made it. You can make a reply to that suggestion, although it's always bordered in green, which shows that it has not been accepted by the original author or not. If those suggestions are accepted, then you could simply click on the check mark, and that suggestion will then become part of the official document. I don't want to do that yet. If I want to cancel or reject that suggestion, I could click on the X as well. So when there are some suggestions by yourself or by someone else, there is a third mode, which is called viewing. So if I click on viewing, you'll see that those suggestions actually disappear because they haven't been accepted by me yet. So if I go back to suggesting mode and I accept that suggestion, now when I go to viewing, which is essentially a preview of my final document, I can see that that suggestion has been changed in there.